The words beef tenderloin, filet mignon, Chateaubriand, they bring these images of this ultra deluxe meat that you can only get at these exotic restaurants. I'm here to tell you that you can have beef tenderloin right now inside of your home.
Pardon. What do you mean these but the peasants, they can just cook this by themselves? Like us, this filet mignon like the French gods of cutlery?
Who are you? Why are you on my set?
My name, I'll excuse pardon.
Okay, well, excuse pardon. What makes you think that it only comes down to executive chefs who can make this food?
Because us French are the gods of cutlery in the kitchen.
Get out of here. Just get out. Just get out. We're gonna prove that uptight, pommes frites eating, French countryside bumpkin that we can cook French cuisine right here. Beef tenderloin is the name of the game. We're gonna show you how it's done.
I doubt it. I doubt it. It's ridiculous. A home cook making beef tenderloin.
Blasphemy. So let's start breaking down our beef tenderloin real quick. And we're gonna prove this guy wrong. So this is a whole beef tenderloin. This one has been wet aging for about 5 weeks. So it's got a little bit of time on it, which is good. So we gotta understand our parts of the beef tenderloin. So we've got the tail, we've got the Chateaubriand, we've got the chain, and then we've got this roast meat that's here on the side. So let's kind of break it down super quick before old Frenchie returns. So let's kind of come in here before I get too far ahead of myself. I'm gonna start pulling this meat back. Got a nice, this meat right here is not throwaway. There's lots of meat in here. We can come back on another time and we can get to that meat. That's meat that old Frenchie right there won't save. Key, what we're looking for is to get all the silver skin off. It does not have to be absolutely perfect, but we're wanting to get at least all the silver skin off. Now, we're gonna cook this whole. We're gonna do a whole beef tenderloin roast, but I still gotta do underneath trim work here. And this backside right here, I like to kind of almost like shave it. So I'm just gonna kind of put my knife at an angle, and then I'm just gonna brush it forward. Go. You can grind that, use that in meatballs. So this is the tail meat down here, and that's pretty much done. The problem we're gonna have is that this is going to cook at a different temperature than the head up here. So I'm gonna save this off to the side. Again, that's great kebab meat. I'm gonna pop it over there. Now this is the roast piece right here. This right here is super tender. It cooks very similar to tenderloin. A lot of restaurants actually sneak that as an extra cut. They'll cut through here and then kind of try to turn it into a barrel cut, kind of try to sneak it in on you. Me, I normally save it along with that, turn it into into more kebabs. A little bit more fat right there, and we are gonna be done. Old Frenchie won't know what hit him. Again, save this. This isn't waste. That's just kebab meat. Dice it up, turn it into kebab meat. Here we have our center cut right here, ready to go. Nice and even. Most of this right here is just straight up fat. All that's going to grill off as it hits our stove right here. So when it comes to doing a beef tenderloin, remember, practice makes perfect. You are never gonna get it right. Don't let these chefs lie to you that they get it right every single time.
Did somebody say every time? You thought that you got rid of me, but you are not us French are not so easy to get rid of.
Oh my gosh.
Impossible. I get it right every time.
You get it right every single time.
Every time. There's not one time that a Frenchman has not getting it right. Or gods.
Gods of the kitchen.
Gods at the kitchen.
So we're going to show you gods how it's done.
Okay.
Super easy, nice and simple.
Nice and simple. This cannot be.
Super simple. All right.
No.
So we have our center cut beef barrel right here. You good with that, Frenchie? You good with that? Is that a good looking piece of meat to you right there?
It's not perfect.
That's not perfect. Oh my
But it
gosh.
don't-
Oh my gosh. So what we're going to do is put a marination on this. So inside of my mix, I have Worcestershire, Dijon mustard, salt, black pepper. What we're doing is putting a marination on top of this beef tenderloin that is going to sit for 24 hours. We're gonna let it sit for 24 hours. We're gonna come back and we're gonna grill it off, and it's gonna be the best tenderloin we've ever had.
Wavy. Let's do it.
All right.
I can do it.
All right, get my sleeves up a little bit. So let's put our mix on. It's kind of where those gloves come in handy. So again, putting this marination on. Both sides, rub it in. So I'm gonna take this, wrap it in plastic wrap, and put it into our cooler. So I've got my marinated beef tenderloin. I've got a great fire right here. This is my solo stove. This is my secret weapon. It's gonna give me that flame grilled flavor that I'm looking for. I really love this solo stove. I don't know if I have a link yet. I'm working on getting an affiliate link. But either way, I'll have at least a link to the website. If you check down below, I hope to have an affiliate link for that soon. And it would be a great way to help support the channel. If not, again, I highly recommend it. And it's a great stove. They got them in multiple sizes as well. So this is the largest size that they have. They call it a Yukon. And they have them all the way down to like little pocket size ones that are absolutely cool. So we have this. This is an extension of it. So it's got a cast iron top on it. And I'm gonna add some beef and bacon tallow fat to the top. What I'm here to do is to put a crust on this beef tenderloin. We're gonna do some of the work in the oven. So we're not wanting to burn it, putting some of this tallow over the top. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna put a nice crust on the entire beef tenderloin. We're gonna put it on here and then on a sheet tray with a rack or something that kind of separates it so it doesn't sit directly onto the base. What happens is it'll not evenly cook the beef tenderloin. We want air to be able to get 100% around it. And then we're gonna finish it in the oven to get it to the right temperature. What's nice about this solo stove is that it doesn't require a whole bunch of logs in here for it to stay hot. It has a good round of coals that are down in the bottom that's gonna help give the heat up. The biggest mistake you can make on this thing is loading in the wood so you can grill on it, and you're gonna end up burning everything that's there. They have a couple different attachments. That's one's like a grill. This one's a flat top, makes the best tortillas and tacos you can imagine. And then there's another one that I'm saving up for and I'm really excited about, which is a pizza oven. I love making pizzas. So let's give it a flip. Nice crust so far on that first round. Got that tallow fat. And again, you see that smoke coming off of it? That's good. We want this thing blazing hot. If you gotta add wood onto it to get it that hot, you're already doing it wrong. We're wanting this skillet to be super, super hot. But since this was able to marinate overnight, that salt and Dijon and Worcestershire, that's been able to penetrate into the center of the meat. So we have a great opportunity to have that flavor, not just on the crust, but into the inner layers, the inner quarter inch of that beef tenderloin. Smells so good. We're gonna teach old Frenchie how it's done. I'm gonna kind of continue to hit it with some tallow and fat, whether that's bacon fat, beef fat. A lot of times we can smoke brisket or do beef short ribs, and there's that layer of fat when you smoke that comes on top. That's a great item to save for things like this. Having that smoked fat there is just gonna add a whole nother layer of flavor to this that we wouldn't have otherwise. Bum, 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 bum. So we have our beef tenderloin. It is completely crusted up on every side, looking delicious. I'm gonna pop it over here. So we're gonna take this beef tenderloin. I am gonna put just a little bit more fat on it, because again, remember, this beef tenderloin's got no fat on it. So we're trying to help it out, stay flavorful, stay juicy by adding this little bit of fat over to it. And then from here, I'm gonna put it over into the oven, 375 degrees for 15 minutes. Shazam! So our beef tenderloin's just coming out of the oven and it is looking absolutely fantastic. So, again, caramelized on every single side. Isn't it looking great?
French for one minute.
Chef. Chef.
That's French for 1 minute.
What are you doing here?
Well, you're making beef tenderloin, so
Yeah, it's the beef
why
tenderloin.
wouldn't I be here?
All right. Not yet. Right now, there is this amazing thing that's going on inside of this beef. All of the juices have all of this energy that's flowing throughout here that's distributing all of the flavor and the juices. Do not touch. You let it rest for 10 minutes.
I knew that.
Time for you to recognize the greatness that can be done in one's backyard on a simple solo stove and finishing it off in the ovens. So we're going to get it, cut it on an angle.
Well, juicy.
So juicy, yeah? Do you want a piece?
I would not say no.
Nice, beautiful piece. I'll split it with you.
Okay. I mean, what's that get? Shoot.
Come on.
It's magnificent.
It's magnificent. Say that one more time, a little louder. I got a little microphone right there. Would you say that just a little bit louder?
C'est magnifique.
It goes to show you can make delicious Chateaubriand filet mignon right at your house. Don't listen to these guys. It's not a myth. You can do delicious food at your house all the time. We'll see you next time on Homesteading Chef. What we're doing is making a marination. We're going to put this cure on the beef tenderloin. Hold it together, French. Getting told to rub your meat, right? Can I say that on camera? Can I say that? Blooper reel.